Oh, well, hey, Beth. It's Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back to my channel, honey, and welcome back to yet another review on Real Housewives of New Jersey. Okay, now I must say I was debating on whether or not I wanted to continue to review the show, but I'm gonna go ahead, girl. We gonna see, okay, what each episode ends up giving us, girl. It's cute, but let's go ahead and just get right into it. Since I did not cover last week's, I'm just going to touch on a few tidbits. And I also plan on touching on a few tidbits of this episode for the most part as well. Even though this episode, the main part of this episode was really about the dinner that took place at Jennifer's house or whatever, right? So last week, Dolores and Jackie, y'all know they ended up, well, they pretty much got into it. First of all, Jackie, you can't see Dolores. Dolores, the way Dolores was getting up in her face, like, girl, I wish you would, I wish you would. And Jackie backing back, but still trying to have that strong voice at the same time. It's like, Jackie, you know you're not about that life. You know that's not the type of energy that you lead with, girl. So it's okay if you ain't about that life, girl. Just scoot back just a little bit, okay? And girl, you were scooting back all the way, and we understand. But anyway, Jen, of course, Dolores is upset with Jackie because she doesn't like the fact that she's trying to come in between the friendship that she has with Jennifer. First of all, right out the gate, I feel like Jackie is fake as hell. Ain't nobody finna sit up here and tell me nothing about Jackie actually trying to be a genuine friend with Jennifer. No, I feel like Jackie was trying to befriend Jennifer so that she could find out information about her. And then at a later point, probably throw it back up in her face, you know, the same way Jennifer did with Marge, when Marge started to open up with the ladies. And then later on, we could see where Jennifer takes that same information and throw it back up in her face. Okay, so I feel like Jackie, you on the same thing. I don't think you're really trying to be friends with her. For real, for real. Is there anything else I wanted to say about Dolores and Jackie? Oh, Jackie mentioned that no, when Jackie brought up Dolores being more of a friend to Marge than she is with Jennifer, Dolores asked Marge. Marge says, yeah, girl, you're more of my friend. But that's the thing for me. Jackie, why would you even bring that up like that's a thing when you two are more of a friend to Marge than you are or will ever be with whatever friendship you're trying to create with Jen? So you just as fake. I was like, girl, this woman. Anyway, let's get to Jennifer, because when Marge does talk to Jennifer on last week's episode, she talked to her about um you know, the rumors or whatever, the secret that ended, it wasn't a rumor, but it was a fact and it was a secret that ended up spilling out. Okay. When she talked to her about it, Jen says that she ended up holding in the secret because she was trying to protect her husband. And I said, something about that ain't right. I feel like you were trying to protect your own image. I feel like you were trying to move about it where you have things to say about the ladies, but the ladies ain't got nothing to say about you because you're just so perfect. I'm perfect, Patty. I'm this and that. Everything is going well in my neck of the woods, right? So that's why you really wanted to keep things on the low, because you seem like you're a person that have to be perfect at all times, and you're also very judgmental of others, okay? Because you probably see them in the lens of how you want to view yourself, as though you got to be perfect all the time, so you expect the same out of them. So as soon as they step out of character, you want to sit up here and have a lot of things to say. So it is what it is, okay? So I just wish she would just stop. 1 minute is, oh, I want to protect the kid, protect him. Then it's, oh, because of my kids, that's why we kept the secret. And then, oh, it's this. It's like, girl, just say it's you. Just say it's you. Let's fast forward to last week's episode where Miss Teresa ended up getting a text from Louie. Louie really does not want to come because he's tired of people talking SHI about him behind his back. Well, Louie, they can't really talk about you to your face because number one, Teresa not going to allow it. And then number two, are you really coming around so that the people can talk about it in your face? So he's feeling a way about that, right? Well, Teresa ends up sending a text message to Melissa and saying, hey, I need you to look out for my man, support my man, have my man back. Now, this is when things started to go side-eye for me when it comes to Melissa. Melissa decided that in that moment, she would share with the entire group what it is that Teresa texted her personally. I felt the way about that because I'm like, why y'all can't ever start a clean slate? You know what I'm saying? On a new season, okay? Y'all like to hold in a lot of anger for each other over the past few years and then expect loyalty from each other. And that's just not where y'all at. It's just what it is. I wish I would stop holding that over each other's head because neither one of y'all are going to be loyal. But for you to go and share what this woman shared with you in private to the group, that pisses me off. And that means that you really feel a way about Teresa and you really said that to the other ladies so that they can honestly be the ones to bring up said issue with Louie more and more. And it doesn't seem like it's you that's bringing it up, but it's them. So when Teresa gets mad at people, she's primarily going to get mad at them, but you could just sit back and pretend like, oh, well, you know, I'm supporting you. I'm here for you. You know, I'm da-da-da-da-da, whatever that shit is that you like to do. So I didn't really like that at all. I was like, girl, why would you do that? Teresa, Why would you feel like your man is off limits? Let me tell you something, girl. I'm never gonna forget how you went back at Jackie's husband's party, and I can't remember his name, so his name gonna be Jackie's husband until I realize what it is. But you went to Jackie's husband's party and ran around this man's birthday party telling everybody that he cheated. How disrespectful of you. And if that was you and your ex-husband, Joe Judice, girl, you would have had a whole fit. So you were definitely out of the line, okay, for you to do that and then expect nobody else to say anything to your man. Like, girl, you sound foolish as hell. Like, I can't, girl. Anyway, so let's go ahead. Okay. So towards the end of that episode, Miss Teresa decided she wanted to skip out on the plug. She didn't want to be there, okay, because Louie didn't want to be there. So the producer was talking to her like, girl, we're going to have to talk about it. She's like, I don't want to talk about it. So she hops in his car and she leaves, right? So at this point, Jen, as we get into the new episode, she feeling away because she just like, girl, why you going to leave me here with these O's and you know that I don't like them? What kind of SHI is that? She didn't even know if Teresa was going to come back or not. Teresa comes back and she's in the van with her man, Louie. And then as soon as they get in the van, she makes sure she lets him know there's a camera up there. Girl, Teresa, let me tell you something. The reason why people keep coming for your man is because you feel so overprotective of him, as though he can't be a man. And that's the sad part, because he wants to be a man, but you still are not allowing him to be a man because you talk too much. Okay, over here trying to protect somebody. Girl, you ain't gonna be able to protect him forever. Period. Okay, but anyway, I see why the ladies begin like, oh, Teresa. Okay, like you get on their nerves or something. But let's keep going. As soon as they get there, sit down, right? Of course, I know Jen felt like, girl, I'm so happy. I'm so happy my friend is here. Okay, cute. Now, Margaret done brought up the details about Louie's video, right? Because Teresa's like, well, what's going on? What happened? Margaret was like, girl, you know I'm going to bring it up if don't nobody else bring it up, girl. Okay, so I just want you to know that, girl, we want to know details about the video. And then Louie was like, okay, then. Well, before Louie said, what do you guys want to know? Teresa said, no, absolutely not. He's not telling you guys anything. He doesn't owe you guys anything. She wasn't trying to hear it, okay? Whatever happened with him in the past is the past. What happens with us is us. Moving forward, don't you worry about my man, girl. Focus on yours, right? So Teresa would not allow Louie to talk when he was trying to talk. He was like, well, what you want to know? She was like, no, sit back. You don't owe them anything. Don't tell them nothing. That's none of their business. So you sit back. No, wouldn't let him talk. Teresa, you was getting on my mother nerves when you did that, girl. I was like, girl, shut up. You see this man finally trying to talk. Allow him to talk. Why are you over here loud talking this man? And what I loved was how Louie had to check her ass. And I hate to say it, you know, but he was like, can you calm down? Can you chill out? Okay. Listen, if you don't, I'm gonna leave. I need you to calm down, close your mouth. Okay. Remember, 2 ears, 1 mouth. 2 ears, 1 mouth. First of all, who the hell you talking to like that, Louie? To sit up there, you talking to somebody like they're a child. 2 ears, 1 mouth. I know what the hell I got, and I also know what the hell I said. Okay. And there's better ways to tell me to be quiet than what you're doing. But I also feel like people got to talk to Teresa like that. What I'm saying, I feel like people got to talk to Teresa like that because she don't be hearing it sometimes. You know what I'm saying? She be on Teresa's zone and they be having to pull her back to the main zone. Like, calm down. Okay. So he finally gets ready to talk. So he starts off the conversation. He speaks on letting Marge know, first of all, that she don't he was like, you don't intimidate me on my worst day or something like that he said, which was very awkward. But Marge, I do feel like you were coming off a bit intimidating though. But honestly, I kind of retract that. Let me say this. Marge comes off with a very strong exterior in general. So she leads with intimidation because that's the energy that surrounds her. She's the one that's ready to go in for the kill. She's the one that's ready to combat. Okay, right. So that's Marge's energy. So that's really why Louie said that. It was a little awkward. And the way he talked to Teresa. So I mean, as sweet as Louie may be, Louie, what is your respect level for women is what we want to know. But let's keep going. Okay. So he starts to speak to her and let her know about the video and stuff. First of all, he said, which was very awkward to me, he started talking about, he led the conversation with business. Like, I've grown to be a very successful businessman. And Marge was agreeing. She was like, da-da-da-da-da-da. He was like, I can speak for myself. And it's like, okay, then speak for yourself then, Louie, because my thing is, I didn't even bring up your business. Me speaking as Marge, I didn't bring up your business. You brought up your business. So if I'm agreeing going along, you talking about speak for yourself? Yeah, speak for yourself and speak to the matter at hand. That's what we want you to talk about then, Louie. Okay. So anyway, I do feel like this. Marge goes to the confessional and says, oh my God, like, I can't believe that he even said that I'm trying to intimidate him. He really thinks that. Listen, sir, I'm trying to help you explain yourself to the group. First of all, this is where you went wrong, because he does not have to explain a mother thing to any of you all. None of y'all. He does not have to explain that. Okay, that's not for you all to know. I understand you say you care about Teresa and all this other great stuff, but that's none of your business. That's more so, I feel, Teresa. Now, and I also feel like it's different. Y'all let me know. I don't know. It's like everybody else married. Teresa ain't married to this man. We don't even know if he gonna make it to the next month. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why y'all feel like he needs to explain anything, and we don't even know if he gonna be here long term? Maybe he can explain that down the road, but all this pressure y'all putting on him, it's ignorant. Okay. And what it also sounds like is that Marge has given so much about herself that now she wants to pull more out of somebody else. Like, the more I dig into what somebody else got going on and let's pull this out of them, the less focus will probably be on me. Like, I'm not understanding that. But anyway, so Louie explains the camp, talks about how he was very proud of the video. He said something about how he goes from talking about business to talking about his upbringing to speaking on being a part of this camp that his friend created. And basically, it was a video that he did to let the girl know that he broke up with, how he was sorry for not wanting to commit to her. He said, I didn't want to commit. I didn't want to commit to marriage. And then turned around and said, I didn't want to commit to a bad woman. And then turned around and said that he apologized. See, that's what's not clicking for me, Stephen. That's not clicking for me, Louie. You know what I'm saying? You lost me in that particular space. Okay. So were you not trying to commit to her as a bad woman, or were you not trying to commit to marriage? Which one is it? Because it sounded like you were saying you didn't want to commit to marriage, but then it also sounded like you flipped the conversation into like, let me say it was a bad woman, because I know me and Teresa probably talk about that, and I don't want her to think that I wouldn't want to marry her. And like, you had a lot of thoughts running through your head at that time. So just know it all didn't make sense. I didn't want to commit to marriage. I didn't want to commit to a bad woman. And I'm sorry. Why are you apologizing for not wanting to marry a bad woman? Like, I don't understand, but that's what he said. And then he also said something like, it's the ex that's thirsty. They put that video out to hurt me and whoop, 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 and la, 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 la. And I'm like, okay, then, Louie, we hear you for now, baby. It don't sound right, but we gonna see whatever it is. So Teresa says that she don't like gossip. She's like, are you guys happy? Because I don't like gossip. I don't like gossip. Joe said, girl, shut the hell up, because people gonna gossip. That's just what they do. And I know you're not talking about people gossiping when you're the one who be sitting up there gossiping all the time with your good Judy over here, Miss Jen. Jen was over here gossiping about me and my family, and you still cool with her. You ain't saying nothing about it. Okay. So you can pipe down. Okay. So Teresa said, I know you're not talking, baby. You hanging over here with Marge. Marge done sat up here and came with my man. Okay. So it's like, can y'all stop bringing this up? Because none of y'all are going to be loyal. Y'all be having these high expectations for each other because y'all are family members. And Melissa, I understand how you feel, girl, where it's like, Teresa, why you ain't got my back? Why you not being team this? Why you not being team that? And it's like, but people that have slighted Teresa, you still cool with. The fact that you didn't even shut down the BS with Marge, but then you want Teresa to stand up for you. The fact that Teresa sent you a text message, but you want to sit up here and share that to the whole group, giving the ladies a signal for them to go out and bring up this conversation so you don't have to. It's like, girl, sit the back. Okay, stop bringing that stupid shit up, even though we know y'all gonna continue to bring it up, because that's gonna always be the storyline between Teresa and her brother and Melissa as long as they're on the show, is each other not having each other's back. Girl, anyway, so Teresa, what else she got? Teresa says, no, Jen and Marge at this point started arguing with each other about their husbands, okay, and about I think Marge said, me and Bill. What is his name? Is it Bill or is it Aiden? I don't even know. I don't know. Jennifer's husband at this point. So she was like, we're the same person. My husband and your husband and me we're the same person, because basically they were cheaters and all this other stuff, right? So what else? Jennifer says, well, girl, listen, I just want you to know that you dug up a secret. Okay, that was a secret. I only spoke on things that was public. And then the other lady said, no, ma'am, I know you're not talking like that, girl. Didn't you just dig up information? You tried to dig up information on all of us. Okay, didn't you get some information on Teresa and throw it up in her face? Jennifer said, girl, no, I ain't do none of that, honey. I ain't do that because that information was already public. That lady came to me. Okay, and I just threw it back up in y'all face. And the only reason why I did that was because you started with me and I made sure I was going to be the one to finish it. Okay, so then what else happened with the Jackie? They was like, then you bring up stuff about Jackie, then you dig into her. Here go Teresa. She didn't dig up information about Jackie. I said, Teresa, sit your $5 back, okay? Because your friend, while you over here trying to defend her, this girl actually admitted to doing that. So shut up and sit back and hope that Louie don't walk off from your ass. And let me go back to Louie real quick, because Louie told her I may leave. When Louie told her I'm probably gonna leave if you keep talking, she tries to play it off and kind of like chuckle, kind of laugh or whatever like that. And I'm like, Teresa, let's not act like you ain't desperate for a Louie. Okay? That's a little scary, and I do see why your friends are so worried, girl. And that's why all that energy you put into this person is love and it's attraction and it's protection and all this stuff. That's how your ass got led down the road to end up getting locked up with your ex-husband. Okay, so don't follow the same steps again blindly and catch your ass in another situation. Be careful. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on. What else? Yeah, they called out Jen for digging into Jackie's information or whatever. Teresa was like, no, she didn't do that. It's like, girl, shut up. She just pretty much admitted it on last episode or whatever. Or whenever episode that was. Frank. Miss Jen done brought up the fact that Frank was the one that said he had the photos of X, Y, Z, ABD, whatever. He over here like, no, I didn't. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. And I'm like, at the end of the day, Frank, number one, I do believe that. I do believe that you had the photos or whatever you had. And even if you didn't have it, you definitely was hyping it up, because I do feel like you got one of those mouths. Number two, why is this such a big deal, guys, when we know that he's cheated? Because Marge, your husband confirmed it last season. Shut up. Okay, it doesn't matter. All right. I guess the main issue probably would be here is the fact that Jennifer was going as far as to get the lady's actual image, to put the image out there. And that's some shady shit, because how would you like if somebody went back and found that pharmaceutical rep and put her image out there? See, you would be pissed off. So you got to be mindful of that. Okay. What else? Melissa tells Teresa that if somebody, she says, so it's okay for somebody to dig up information on Jackie, but it's not okay. She said, but it's not fair when somebody digs up information on your man. For us to pry into your man, it's not fair, but it's okay for your friend to do it to other people. No, okay, nice, cool, I got you, girl. Cool. Now, what else? Oh, yeah. I said, although I do feel like all of the ladies, not all, but I do feel like Melissa and Marge was doing a whole lot. Although I do feel like they was doing a lot, too much, in my opinion, I did feel like, Teresa, that's what you did. That's what you get, Teresa, because again, I'm going to continue to remind you of how you went throughout this lady's husband's party and start telling people about his cheatations. Okay, girl? So absolutely, that's what you get. Okay. But anyway, as far as them wanting to dig into your man's information. But anyway, back to Melissa and Jen. Jen says that she only spoke on them being crooks because the information was already out there. Okay. And then she goes on to speak on Joe. She said, yeah, and your husband, little bitch girl over there. Okay, call this man a bitch. Hey, Nene, how are you? Because then Nene called Peter a bitch. Anyway, let's keep going. She said, little bitch girl over there. She says, he's the one that jumped into the conversation. And Joe was like, what? Da, 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 blah, 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 blah. And then Jennifer said, yeah, you shouldn't be getting into women's business. I agree with everything Jen said, because, no. He shouldn't have. Melissa is big enough to handle her damn self. Okay. So you can let Melissa handle that. I was with Jen. Okay. And also, did y'all see how Jen's husband got the hell up and moved all the way out the damn way? I felt the way about that. I understand him not adding his 2 cents, because I feel like, yeah, that's women's business. Stay out of that business. Even so much so, this man stayed out of the business so much that he didn't even defend himself, which was stupid, but that's what he chose to do. But to not even defend your wife, even when things got physical, you stood off to the side. I'm questioning you, sir. I'm questioning you. I don't know too much. I ain't too sure about you, okay? And Jen should start heavily questioning your ass too. But anyway, so they having a exchange. So Melissa's like, you don't call my husband a BIT and all this other stuff. And I think Jen told her, well, girl, if you feel that way, you can get your ass out my house. So then Miss Melissa gets up and starts walking towards her. Now, at first I thought that she was getting up to leave Jen's house. That's what I thought that she was doing. And if that is what she was doing, I completely understand why Jen felt like this girl was coming to her like she was about to harm her, walking over to her, because that is going to be perceived as a threat. Like, girl, we over here arguing, me and you ain't been getting along for a minute. I see you get up and you walk around coming towards my direction. I'm going to think that you coming at me. And I don't care what nobody say. I genuinely did feel like, Jen, that's how you clear. Let me tell you something. When Jen got put her balls on the table and she was like, listen, you can get out my house. I said, yes, Jen. I said, girl, I ain't been seeing it for you. And what I ain't been seeing for you is the weakness that you've been out here showing and crying and want sympathy. And oh my God, woe is me. Not wanting to go around, afraid to come around the corner, to go into the kitchen to speak to the ladies. Let me tell you something, Jen. You showed up when you needed to show up. I don't care what nobody else out here talking about. Jennifer showed up and I was so here for her because those ladies were definitely ganging up on her. I said, Jen, you better hold your mother on. Do you hear me? I said, you do not need Teresa to have your back. Girl, you really don't. You don't even need Jackie to have your back because you handled them hoes. I don't care what nobody. I said, yes. I said, because Melissa thinks she big bad to the bone. She big bad to the bone. But let me tell y'all something. Jennifer was ready to get her that work on that night. Okay, didn't even have her husband standing by her side to really have her back either. Baby girl held her own. I don't know if that's why her husband moved out the way because he already knew what it was. But I was like, yes, Jen. I said, that's how you own your mother back. That's how you own your. I was like, yes, not only she may not have really apologized, okay, for some things, okay, but I feel like those ladies could have owed her an apology as well. But at the end of the day, she was ready for you hoes, and I was glad for her. So, Jackie also, she got, oh my God, I am just. I am done. I'm going to move on. I am out of here. And then Jen said, girl, you out of here? So now you want to flip, floppity, flop, flop. Is that what you want to do? And she was like, yeah, girl, because this is trash. It's rude. It's disgusting. It's everything. She said, oh, okay. Yeah, you talking about how you tried to come in between the friendship that I had with this person or that person and how you try to be fake, trying to be cool with me. I said, yes, Jen, call her out because Jackie is fake as hell. Okay, fake as hell. I'm not featuring Jackie. Let's move on. Melissa pissed. Okay, she's upset with the fact that Teresa is sticking beside her friend. It's like, girl, y'all not even cool like that. Like, what do you want her to do? And when she sends you a text back and said that, oh my gosh, she's so sorry, she's gonna correct this tomorrow, you feel a way about that. See, Melissa, you do not want to be cool with Teresa at all. You don't want that. You don't want that. And that's what kills me. You could sit up there and share text messages. You could sit up here and play her to the other ladies and then sit up here and expect her to show up for you when you wasn't showing up for her. You ain't even tell them, hey, y'all, don't even talk about it. She don't want to talk about it. Like, let's move on, guys. Like, you ain't do none of that. But you be want somebody else to have your back. And Teresa, I feel like you do the same thing. So y'all just, ugh. Anyway, so what else happened? I feel like that was it. I just said the mean girls are so irritating. Okay. The mean girls for me, meaning Marge and Melissa, M&M, and you have the follower of the pack would be Jackie for me. But let's go ahead and see what else happened. So at the pink party, they get to the pink party. The ladies question Dolores, wanting to know everything that happened. Shout out to Dolores because Dolores kept it real with them hoes. Dolores was like, y'all was ganging up on Miss Girl. Miss Girl was ready for you hoes at the end of the day. So what else is going on? Okay. Malibu, not Barbie. Malibu doll is what I call her because she want to be a Barbie so bad. Tiki girl, she can go. She can go. Her and her 2 cents. She was so involved in Joe's and Melissa and Teresa's conversation about how she didn't support them and have their back. But let that have been somebody else, y'all would have been mad. Melissa and Joe, y'all would have been telling them to shut the hell up, whoop. But then she could hop into a family conversation. And Teresa ended up like not really owning anything for real, but wanting to cry and walk off. Somebody should have told this girl to shut up. I'm talking to my family member right now. Okay. Like are you family? You're an affiliate. So you're a friend of, okay. Then can you step back, scoot all the way back out of the kitchen for us? Thank you. Like, girl, why are you adding your 2 cents in? Okay. That irritated. What else? Yeah, I think that was pretty much it. I said, although, Miss Girl, Malibu, whatever, had a point, I just felt like at the end of the day, stop expecting loyalty from each other because y'all just not gonna get it. Like, that's just not what it is, okay? So either way, honey, good luck. That's all that I have on Real Housewives of New Jersey. Okay, go ahead and hit the like button if you have yet to do so. If you have yet to subscribe, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because you might want to. Okay, that's all that I got. I'm Jamie. That's me, honey. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamie. That's me, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.